There is an old story about a woodcutter that most people forget the moment they hear it. But if you truly understand it, it can change your income forever. The legend says that a hard-working woodcutter applied for a job in a massive forest. He was strong, he was motivated, he was eager to prove himself. The boss looked at his energy and hired him on the spot. He handed him an axe and pointed toward the trees. On the first day, the woodcutter cut down 18 trees. It was an incredible number. The boss congratulated him. The woodcutter felt proud, but pride quickly turned into ambition. He told himself he could do even better. The next day, he woke up earlier. He worked harder. He swung the axe with more intensity. When the day ended, he had cut down fewer trees. He was confused. He blamed fatigue. He blamed the weather. He blamed the thickness of the trunks. On the third day, he pushed himself even more. He skipped breaks. He ignored hunger. He worked non-stop. And once again, he cut even fewer trees. Desperate, he went to the boss. "I don't understand," he said. "I'm working harder every single day, but I'm cutting fewer trees." The boss looked at him calmly and asked one simple question. "When was the last time you sharpened your axe?" The woodcutter froze. "Sharpen it?" he replied. "I don't have time to sharpen it. I'm too busy cutting trees." And that right there is the problem most people have with money. They are too busy cutting trees, too busy hustling, too busy grinding, too busy being exhausted. They confuse effort with results. They confuse busyness with productivity. They confuse long hours with high income. But billionaires do not. If you study the habits of people who build massive wealth, you'll notice something strange. They are not necessarily working more hours than everyone else. They are not always the smartest in the room. They are not always the most talented. But they are extremely strategic. They sharpen the axe. Today, I'm going to share 6 powerful keys that can help you earn more money with less effort and in less time. These are principles used by high performers, CEOs, investors, and yes, billionaires. And if you truly internalize them, your relationship with work, time, and money will never be the same. Let's begin with the first key. The 80% principle, also known as the Pareto principle. This concept alone can double your income if you apply it correctly. Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist, discovered something fascinating. He noticed that 80% of Italy's land was owned by 20% of the population. Later, he realized the same pattern appeared everywhere. 80% of results often come from 20% of efforts. In business, 20% of clients generate 80% of revenue. In sales, 20% of products generate 80% of profit. In productivity, 20% of tasks create 80% of progress. Now pause for a moment. If that's true, what does it mean for you? It means most of what you do every day doesn't actually matter. Let that sink in. Most emails you answer do not significantly increase your income. Most meetings you attend do not dramatically change your future. Most tasks on your to-do list are noise. But a small percentage of actions? Those are gold. Billionaires obsess over that 20%. They identify it, they protect it, they multiply it. Imagine you own a business. You have 100 clients. After analyzing your numbers, you discover that 18 of them generate 75% of your profit. What should you do? Spend more time chasing small clients? Or double down on the top ones? Wealth is built through focus. Here's another example. Look at your income streams. Maybe you have a job, a side hustle, some investments. Which one produces the majority of your financial growth? Which activity actually moves the needle? Measure it. Replicate it. The same applies to skills. Which skill increases your value the most? Is it communication, leadership? Instead of trying to improve everything at once, sharpen the one skill that creates the biggest return. That is sharpening the axe intelligently. Now, let's move to the second key. Parkinson's law. This one is dangerous because it operates silently. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself 1 hour to complete a task, you'll finish it in 1 hour. If you give yourself 4 hours, it will magically take 4 hours. Have you ever noticed that? A report that should take 30 minutes somehow consumes half your day. A simple task becomes complicated because you have time. The same applies to money. Expenses expand to match income. You get a raise. Suddenly, you need a better car, a bigger apartment, more subscriptions, more lifestyle upgrades. And at the end of the month, nothing changed. You are still stuck. Billionaires understand constraints create efficiency. They impose deadlines. They set limits. They operate with discipline. If you want to earn more in less time, compress your work, set aggressive but realistic time blocks, create artificial urgency, force focus, and financially, live below your means. Let income grow. Control lifestyle inflation. Invest the difference. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is your freedom zone. Now, here comes the third key. The law of pearls. This one is about mental energy. Studies show that a huge percentage of our worries never happen. We waste emotional fuel on imaginary disasters. We stress about conversations that never occur. We fear scenarios that never materialize. We replay mistakes from years ago that cannot be changed. And while we are mentally stuck in the past or the future, the present opportunity slips away. High earners protect their mental bandwidth. They understand that creativity, strategy, and decision-making require clarity. If your mind is cluttered with unnecessary worry, you cannot see opportunities. Think about this. How many business ideas have died because someone was afraid? How many investments were never made because of imagined risks? How many promotions were never requested because of self-doubt? The law of pearls teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Focus on the small percentage of problems you can actually influence. Act on those. Prepare for those. Let the rest go. Because energy is currency. And if you leak energy, you leak money. Now, the fourth key, the law of Illich. This one might surprise you. It states that beyond a certain number of working hours, productivity declines sharply. In simple terms, more work does not equal more output. After a certain point, you become slower. You make more mistakes. You need to redo tasks. You lose creativity. You burn out. Modern culture glorifies exhaustion. It celebrates the person who sleeps 4 hours a night. It praises the one who never takes a vacation. But peak performers understand cycles. Work intensely, then rest deliberately. Your brain is not a machine. It is a biological system. It needs recovery. Think of athletes. They don't train 24 hours a day. They alternate between effort and recovery. That's how muscles grow. Your mind works the same way. If you want to increase income, increase quality. If you want to increase quality, protect your energy. Use focused work blocks. Take short breaks. Reset your attention. Rest is not laziness. Rest is strategy. Now, let's talk about the fifth key, Carlson's law. This law says that interrupted work is less effective and takes longer than continuous work. We live in the most distracted era in human history. Notifications, social media, Every interruption breaks your cognitive flow. And when flow breaks, your brain needs time to return to depth. Studies suggest it can take more than 20 minutes to fully regain focus after a distraction. Now imagine being interrupted 10 times per hour. You are not working, you are switching, and switching is expensive. Billionaires and high performers create distraction-free zones. They schedule deep work. They silence notifications. They delegate low-value communication because deep focus produces exponential results. 1 hour of undistracted work can outperform 5 hours of fragmented attention. If you want to earn more in less time, protect your focus like it's gold. Because it is. Now the sixth and final key, the Eisenhower matrix. This is a simple but powerful system for decision-making. It divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important. Important but not urgent. Urgent but not important. Neither urgent nor important. Most people live in the urgent and important quadrant. They are constantly putting out fires. They are stressed. They are reactive. But highly productive individuals spend most of their time in the important but not urgent quadrant. This is where planning happens. This is where strategy lives. This is where growth begins. Exercise is important but not urgent. Learning new skills is important but not urgent. Investing is important but not urgent. If you ignore these, they eventually become urgent. And then stress appears. Billionaires plan ahead. They anticipate. They prepare. They act before crisis hits. And here's the deeper truth. Money is not just about effort. It's about leverage. Leverage of time. Leverage of focus. Leverage of capital. Leverage of people. When you apply these 6 principles together, something powerful happens. You stop being the exhausted woodcutter. You become the strategic one. You identify the 20% that matters. You compress time intelligently. You eliminate useless worry. You respect your biological limits. You protect your focus. You prioritize what truly moves your life forward. And suddenly, income increases without increasing chaos. But let me tell you something deeper. The goal is not just to make more money. The goal is to buy back your time. Because money can be recovered. Time cannot. No billionaire on earth can purchase yesterday. No entrepreneur can buy back lost moments with family. Wealth is meaningful only if it creates freedom. Freedom to walk in the park on a Tuesday afternoon. Freedom to travel without anxiety. Freedom to choose projects you love. Freedom to say no. The ultimate flex is not a luxury car. It is control over your schedule. So sharpen your axe. Stop glorifying exhaustion. Stop measuring productivity by hours worked. Stop filling your days with noise. Start measuring results. Start valuing clarity. Start designing your time intentionally. Because the real secret of billionaires is not that they work endlessly. It's that they think differently. They understand that effort without strategy is wasted motion. They understand that focus is power. They understand that rest fuels growth. They understand that clarity beats chaos. And now you understand it too. The question is simple. Will you keep swinging a dull axe? Or will you take the time to sharpen it? Because the forest is full of opportunity. There are more trees than you can count. There is more money circulating in the world than ever before in history. But only those who work intelligently will claim it. So choose wisely. Choose strategy over stress. Choose leverage over labor. Choose intention over impulse. And remember this, you were not born to spend your entire life busy. You were born to build, to create, to experience, to enjoy. Sharpen the axe. Focus on the vital few. Control your time. Protect your energy. Guard your attention. Plan before urgency forces you to react. Do that consistently. And you won't just earn more money, you'll earn more life.